We just bought a bus! Are you excited?
Yeah.
I'm wicked excited. That's the bus! We just bought it!
So we bought a bus!
We did buy a bus.
I totally took your line, didn't I?
You did take my line. It was my line.
Yeah.
It's alright though. So, you know, when you buy a bus, the first step, which is supposed to be one of the easiest steps, according to other people online, is take out the seats. This is not an easy,
No.
not an easy thing.
No.
So we were like really excited on the first day. I was like really excited. That bus? Is there a bus?
Natasha's really excited. I'm happy.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
So it took us 3 days. 3 days to get all the seats out.
It did.
Day one.
Things
what
not
did you,
to do.
What did you try first?
First we tried just unscrew them from the floor with the regular old wrench.
No, you tried the angle grinder first, because I saw on a forum that if you just use an angle grinder, it's no problem.
Just use an ankle grinder.
Yeah.
It will work.
Yeah, totally. So we just bought our bus today, and I had to go to work for a little bit, but Corey wanted to get started without me. He's been able to take out 1 seat in 2 hours, and has tried an impact drill and a grinder, but we don't have the right blades, so we might have to go get a different blade. Now he's trying a Dremel, so we'll see how that is turning out. I needed lefty loosey, right?
So the top here, just twist it.
The camera is on.
Oh.
So we also did some by hand, which works, but it's awful.
It is.
Go. And then I'm holding the wrench above my head like this. So like, I don't do arm workouts. It's just not my thing. And by day 2, my arms felt like jello because I'm up there holding it like under the bus, holding it like this, and he's up there hand turning it.
Yeah, and I was using pretty much all of my body weight to torque some of these. It was pretty intense, and it wasn't like you break them loose and then that's it. It was all the way through the entire bolt because the threads are so worn or gone because of rust.
The coating and stuff underneath the bus, I cut up my knuckles wicked bad, so it just was not fun.
Wicked bad.
So yeah.
Try it? Yeah. The bolt is a circle. I think it's stripped. Go on, you piece of shit. Try it. No.
Oh, because they're underneath the bus was coated with special stuff to keep out rust. it went all over all of the bolts, and so getting under there took Natasha, and she pretty much.
It was dirty. It was disgusting. I was like cracking off the coating mixed with rust, mixed with salt and grime, and who the hell knows what I'm touching.
I'm sure you'll see images of her face.
Yeah.
She looks like she has
It's
freckles.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
You're a hot mess.
Yeah. Just look at yourself. Yeah, so we got 2 chairs out. 2. Like,
Well, we haven't even gotten them out yet.
no, we got the bolts out. It took us a really long time. There's like the god of rust holding these things together, and it's like my face is bad, and I'm the one up here. Natasha's the one underneath. Check her out.
Oh my god, my
Look,
hair.
look at look at your forehead. Where your safety goggles were. Kids, this is why it's important to wear safety goggles. It's so that you keep all this
And
nasty stuff out of your eyes.
all over my skin too.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna need a shower tonight.
Yeah.
You too.
Well, yeah, I definitely do. It's not even that hot here. It's only like 70 degrees here, but in this bus it's like 80. So we need to get like a refrigerator up in this bitch now. We get some brewskis, or at least lots of waters, keeping the water. Hey, look! It's, ladies and gentlemen, it's the letter H. H is for home. What's our bus is gonna be?
Oh, that's funny, along with some really disgusting hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
The jewels, the things we find in our tiny home.
Yeah, we already found some gum and lollipop sticks.
Yeah.
Thanks, kids. Oh, there's a number 2 pencil back there, too.
Yeah.
It's pure nostalgia.
I'm sure we'll find more stuff this week. Get along with these parts out.
I think it's time for us to get these 2 seats out at least.
Yeah.
And then go to Lowe's and try to find something better.
Yeah.
The seats are in such an odd location that you can't get the angle grinder at a specific angle to cut the top of the bolts off properly. You can't cut them on the bottom, and they're in a divot, so you can't get at the proper cutting angle. So then I decided, like, maybe we could try one of the oscillating tools and get underneath the bolt in the base of the chair, which worked to get under there pretty well, except for the fact that the bolts were extremely hard.
We went to Lowe's and got the oscillating tool.
Yeah.
Should have spent our money on an impact wrench. But we
Yeah.
got an oscillating tool.
But the impact wrench we would only used once, so.
The oscillating tool we can use for other things.
Yeah.
We asked the guy at Lowe's what would be the best type of blade, and he did say it really depends on the type of metal. So he gave
Yeah.
us a metal blade, but he said if the bolts were a super, what is it?
Hardness.
The hardness of the bolt was certain level of hardness, then it wouldn't work. And it didn't work.
I ripped up the $32 carbide bit in
One screw.
yeah, it just tore up everything. So that didn't
So
work.
don't do that.
Yeah.
Save yourself the money. I had to go to work on day 3, so I emailed somebody who, if you're watching this, came and helped us out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I emailed this person, and he was kind enough to not only come over and give his opinion, but bring his tools with him. And in half the amount of time we had spent getting out 8 seats,
Yeah.
9 seats,
Yeah.
and we got out the rest of the seats. Actually, I think it was a quarter amount of the time. I think it only took us like 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
3 hours, to get out the rest of the seats. He brought an impact wrench.
Impact drill, yeah.
Impact drill?
Yeah.
I thought you said the wrench was the one that... He brought a...
Impact wrench.
And...
Impact drill. You got me saying it. It's a drill. The wrench looks like a wrench, like this. They
He
bring
came over and brought
Tell me now.
a...
an impact drill. One of the biggest ones I've ever seen by DeWalt.
It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty nice. It would have cost us a couple $100s to buy, which was cool because we only used it the one time. But we used it, and most of the screws broke off. We just put it in forward and tightened them all down, and a good amount of the screws bolts just broke off the top. So after we broke off all the ones we could, then he went under the bus and held them. He had to hold them with a combination of vice grips, socket wrench, or a regular wrench, because of the space that they had under there. It wasn't easy for you to grab.
It's very clear that when they designed the bus, the seats are never made to come out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a safety
some
thing.
of the bolts are like right up against the frame, and some of them are spaced out. And some of the screws are short, and some of the screws are really long, and they're double bolted through like 2 layers of the frame, the subframe and the actual frame. So yeah, it was a challenge, but he made it so much easier. And then after that, he brought another angle grinder, but with the sandpaper grinder bit, but also at the very end he brought a 7-inch angle grinder, which was massive and worked wonders to get the rest up.
Yeah, the bigger one definitely had a lot more power. So what we ended up doing is, because of how difficult it is to get into the area to cut
where the fuel tank is. You did that with the fuel tank ones.
Yeah, so we couldn't get the ones we couldn't get out with whatever means we had, whether it be the socket wrench or however, the ones that were really stuck, we ended up cutting out with the angle grinder. So because you can't get at the angle with the angle grinder because of the chairs, the legs of the chairs, we ended up just cutting off the chairs and cutting them out entirely and leaving the base plate to stay. And then once we pulled out the chairs, we went, and then you can actually cut the angle grind in the actual method that it's supposed to be used, and at a parallel, and hit the top of the bolts and cut the bolts in half, and then used a hammer and rip them out.
So overall, day 3 was definitely the best. I also want to thank Becca, who I think is going to continue to be a part of our process. My friend Becca, you probably see her in a couple shots.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming out and helping. It makes a huge difference to have not only an extra pair of hands, but somebody who knows tools a little bit better than we do. It's actually the end of day 3. Yesterday, I don't remember if I got on film, Becca got the crossing guard off, and Becca and Corey got the stop sign off. So today was only a partial working day, and we actually got more done than previous days. Let's show you what it looks like now. No seats, and there is an awesome echo. The fun part is that now all the seats are out, we can start doing measurements and try to figure out what our layout is, and then we can start figuring out design stuff. The not so fun thing is that the state of New Hampshire will not register the bus until, will not register the bus as an RV until we paint the outside. So that was something that we were hoping to save money for further along in the project, and now we're actually gonna have to do it a lot sooner than we originally anticipated. So we're trying to figure out if maybe we can just do a primer, a white primer, and then save the official painting colors until we decide like a color scheme. But we'll have to see how that goes. Overall, really great day. So now it's time to rip up the floors.
And remove the heater.
Oh yeah, we gotta remove the heater.
Yeah.
That's gonna come first, actually.
Also, shout out to all the thousands of YouTubers
Yes,
we're watching.
Seriously.
Thank you so much for paving the way.
Yeah, definitely. Like other YouTubers' videos, and then we're making videos because it's been so helpful for us to see other people and what they use and what's different for each bus. And I'm sure our bus is different than other people's buses, so maybe we can help you out too. Just a heads up, since we're not really doing the demo in order, you're going to be seeing these videos overlapping a little bit because I'm not filming them by the day, I'm filming them by the topic. So yeah, that's just a heads up for the future videos. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and consider subscribing. I make new travel videos every single Tuesday, bus conversion videos whenever we finish a project, and art videos whenever I feel like it. You can also follow our progress over at Artist Explores on Instagram. Until next time. Do you know my outro now?
Love, and explore.
No, close.
Create, love, and travel on.
Yeah. Until next time, remember
Create. Until next time. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Until next time, remember to create, love, and travel on. Bye.